Hello again, vinyl community. It's Matt here, and I've got some albums to show you. I've I've mentioned in a previous video I've got a kind of a big stack of uh, the albums that need to be listened to, at least some of them, and sorted. But I keep them all in one queue because I haven't shown them on my YouTube channel yet, so I can keep track of them. So I'm kind of diving into that and finally going to show some. Let's start off with a few live albums, and these were, I think, all online pickups, and I think I might have shown one of them, so I apologize if that's the case. So let's do that one first. Let's just get it out of the way, and that's ABBA live at Wembley Arena. I think I showed this in, I made a contest entry video for Rob Walker recently, and I know I showed an ABBA album, and I honestly couldn't remember which one it was, and if it's this one, I apologize, but anyway, this is live at Wembley Arena. It's a 3 LP set, and yeah, it was recorded, I guess, November 10th, 1979. So I was about 8 months old at the time. And yeah, all the usual stuff on here. Gimme, 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 SOS, Knowing Me, Knowing You, Voulez-Vous, Name of the Game, Thank You for the Music, etc., etc. You know, most of the classics are on here, except Mamma Mia. I was really surprised it wasn't on here. I don't know if that's because it wasn't performed, or maybe it was performed and it was left off because the performance wasn't quite up to par, or just maybe, you know, editing reasons they couldn't fit everything on 3 LPs. I don't really know, but this is half speed mastered at Abbey Road as well, so it's nice. All right, moving on. Eagles live from the Forum. This is a Walmart 2 LP exclusive. The album itself isn't exclusive. I'm pretty sure it's not, but anyway, there's something about this. Because I think there's a 3 LP version as well. So maybe it's just that the 2 LP one was exclusive to Walmart. I'm not too sure, but I'd wanted this one, but it was a little pricier than I was willing to pay. But I found a really good price for it on eBay. It was opened, but still in the shrink, and it's really good. And of course, this was recorded at the Forum in Los Angeles after Glenn Frey had passed away. So this it's a September 12th, 14th, and 15th, 2018. And yeah, there's the back of it. It's all the usual songs: Take It Easy, One of These Nights, Hotel California, Desperado, Heartache Tonight, Lion Eyes, etc., etc. And it's nice sounding. I wasn't as impressed with it as I thought I was going to be, and I think there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I think, the fact that Glenn Frey, I think maybe his son is in here. Does it? Maybe it says somewhere. I know that he's performed with them. I'd have to check, but the fact that Glenn Frey himself wasn't present, just so Don Henley sings lead vocals on some songs that he ordinarily wouldn't have done, which is fine. It's just a little bit jarring, I guess. And and I think just the fact that they're getting older, the surviving members, and so it doesn't sound anywhere near as good from slightly a vocal standpoint, but just kind of a standpoint of musicianship. Is that even a word? I don't know, but it's hard to explain. Anyway, I was just comparing it mentally to Hell Freezes Over, which of course is from the 90s. I think that was recorded in 94, something like that. And so, I mean, this is more than 24 years later, and it does kind of start to show a little bit, but I was pleased to pick it up. It's the Eagles. I'll show you guys the labels of one of them real quick. Bring this out here. There we go. It's a nice label. I actually like it. It's sort of a dark brown color. It's kind of nice. This is on the Warner label. And yeah, just I was still glad to get it. I probably wouldn't have bought it at full price, but the fact that I got it for, I think it was like $10-15 under retail, that was good enough. So let me put this back real quick. This is one of the downsides of keeping albums in the shrink like I try to do now. It does make it more time consuming to put the records back in because it's all a little bit tighter. But anyway, next album, this one I was super ecstatic got a vinyl release. I'd been wanting it for years. I've had it on CD for a long time. I was first gifted it a long time ago in the 90s, like in 90, I want to say like 97 or something. Um, yeah, it was a girl I knew online, you know, you know how it goes. But anyway, so I was gifted the CD a long time ago. That's not the CD I have now. I rebought it since I moved to the US a while ago. But anyway, without any further ado, it's Peter Gabriel and Secret World Live. Now, if you've never listened to this, or indeed any Peter Gabriel live album, just check it out. His vocals are absolutely astonishing on this. Just the range, and the arrangements of the songs as well are really nice, and in some cases a little bit different to the regular versions of the songs. And so, for example, normally on "Don't Give Up," you would have the original release was Kate Bush doing the female vocal. In this case, it's Paula Cole, who she had a somewhat limited successful solo career in her own right. I know one or two solo songs of hers, but and you've got all the usual suspects on here: "In Your Eyes," "Salisbury Hill," "Sledgehammer," um, "Steam," "Red Rain," "Blood of Eden," "Digging in the Dirt," "Secret World," and yeah, it's a half-speed remaster, 2 records, and I can't recommend this enough. And there's a funny story behind this. I pre-ordered it. I think I got this in like December, but I pre-ordered it months before that on Amazon, and I get an email from Amazon in November, and I checked their website too, because it was supposed to have been released. It was like November 20th or something, and I go and I'm having a look on the Amazon website, and it's still saying that the ship date for this was like the end of December. It was still like another 5 weeks away, and I'm like, what the heck? So I canceled the pre-order, found it even cheaper, I think on eBay, but it was still, you know, brand new sealed. It was from a, you know, one of these like record outlets that sells on eBay. So really pleased to get that. Now, I got a few upgrade records here as well. So these are all albums that I've previously owned, or in some cases still do, and just I just found better copies of them. You know how that goes. So first 2 albums, these were from a record store I went to fairly recently, and this is Ace, and I think it's called Five Aside, right? Yeah, Five Aside. Sorry. And of course, their most famous song is on this album, which is How Long. But the whole album is excellent. When I had my recent vinyl purge, I almost gave my copy of this away. I have another copy that's in the sleeve in particular is not in great condition, but this one still has a shrink on it. You know, it doesn't have a hype sticker, but it has a price sticker from back in the day. And but the whole album is really terrific. And let me show you guys the record. Now, I haven't cleaned this one yet, FYI. So before somebody says, "Oh my God, there's a lot of dust or something on it," well, it's because I haven't cleaned it. This is on the Anchor label, right there. Probably see some dirt on the record. So this one I haven't cleaned. I only got it a few days ago. I like to clean records in batches, so I don't usually do it unless I've got like at least 5 to clean, and more often nearer 10. So yeah, anyway, this was only $6. Why not? And then from the same store, I got another upgrade, and that's this one was only $4. That's Love Zone by Billy Ocean. It's if you're not familiar, 80s record. It's got what I assume was by far his biggest hit on here, which is When the Going Gets Tough, the Tough Get Going. It was a massive #1 in the UK in 1986. It also contains Love Zone, the title track, and I think There'll Be Sad Songs to Make You Cry. I believe that was a single release as well. So yeah, still sealed. I haven't even opened it, so I'm assuming it's mint inside, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be warped, because you can usually tell from the jacket, from the sleeve, if it feels warped, and it feels pretty good. Next up, this was an eBay purchase, and that's Huey Lewis and the News 4. Still in the shrink, still got the hype sticker on it. And again, it's an upgrade copy. I already had this album, and I wouldn't have upgraded it, actually, except that I was playing it a couple of weeks ago, and it started skipping in one spot. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll upgrade it because and this is a record that I've already cleaned with the spin clean and with the brush as well. So uh, there probably wasn't too much hope of dislodging the. Sometimes you can, with repeated plays, if you clean it enough. If there's like a bit of dirt or grit in the groove, sometimes you can dislodge it. But I I don't know. Like I said, I've already cleaned it a couple of times. So, anyways, yeah, still in the shrink, very nice, and still got this chrysalis certificate of authenticity at the back, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So, and then the last two albums were from the eBay seller in the UK that I've mentioned a couple of times. It's Chicken Love asterisk, a literal asterisk, not the word asterisk at the end of the name. And I don't buy from him as much as I used to. His prices went up a little bit, I think, and just he's got a bunch of stuff up on eBay now. But I bid on a few things, but not like the dozens of things that I sometimes do. Because it's one of those things where I think, okay, well, I'm going to bid on 30 things, and I might get 10 of them. That type of thing. It's I bid on a few, but not too much this time around. But anyways, I got ABBA self-titled album, and because I'm just realizing this is the second ABBA album that I've shown in this video. I am a fan of ABBA. I would even say I'm a pretty big fan, but I don't have all their albums or anything. But I have several, and I grew up with this album. This is my favorite solo album of theirs, or sorry, favorite individual album of theirs, not counting compilations. And it's just an upgrade copy. My old copy was a US copy. The sleeve for this one is probably VG plus. The sleeve for my old one was about VG. Had quite a lot of wear to it, and it had like some creasing and wrinkles on it. The label on this one's a little different. It's still on Epic, but it's on the UK Blue Epic label. The one I had before was on the US Epic label, which was let me think, what color was it? Was it the yellow? It was the yellow Epic label. I don't remember. Or no, it was on Atlantic, right? Why do I think it was on Atlantic? I don't know. I might be thinking of something else. Sorry, but anyway, last but not least. Well, this might be least for some people, but no, it's not least for me. I was just spinning this morning, actually. Boney M, Night Flight to Venus. Look, I know it's disco kind of. There is some disco to it. And I know, it's not cool to like Boney M. Well, actually, this is the only album of theirs that I have, but this is a fantastic album. It really is. The production values are really high. It sounds really good on vinyl. It really does. You get a lot of wide stereo panning going on, like drums rolling from the left over to the right and so on. And it's just a really good sounding album. And this was just a bit of an upgrade. The excuse me, the previous one that I had was a US copy. The sleeve was in slightly worse condition, but not way worse than this one, admittedly. But it did have a really annoying tick at the start of Rivers of Babylon that went off like a minute. And that was their biggest song. It's not my personal favorite of theirs, but it was their biggest hit. And I put up with it for years. And finally, when I saw that eBay seller had this, I thought, oh, I'm going to put in a bid. And it's nice. The spine's pretty solid. It's in good condition. The label on the UK release is different. On the US one, it was just on the Atlantic label. Maybe that's what I was getting confused with the ABBA. Sorry, but it was just on the like that sort of green and orangish red Atlantic label. This one, you get like a full picture on it. Look at that. You get stars and everything, and Boney M right there. And again, if this can be had really cheaply, I would recommend it. I mean, don't go and spend $20 for anything. But if you can find it for less than 10, unless you're, it's a disco late 70s pop. There's a couple of really interesting cover versions on here of Neil Young's Heart of Gold and Roger Miller's King of the Road. And some people might not like them. I like them, but anyway, go check it out. And I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. I should have had a glass of water, but just check it out if you can find it cheap. Seriously, it's a good listen. The songs are really good on it. So anyway, that's all I've got, guys. I realized we went very eclectic with everything from the Eagles and Peter Gabriel and Ace, sort of more sort of 70s stuff in some ways, to ABBA and Boney M and Huey Lewis and the Great Billy Ocean, but all over the map, you know me. So anyway, thank you guys as always for watching, and always appreciate your comments and everyone who subscribes. And until next time, bye bye.